Glow Getters, welcome back or welcome to the Glow Up. It's your girl Ayana and I'm here to talk about your financial glow up. That's a vision of mine this year, that my finances will encounter a glow up. And how I'm going about that, I'm here to just share a few tips with you. First and foremost, my finances belong to God. Your financial and your spiritual life go hand in hand. You cannot separate the two. For everything that I have and everything that I've been given is by Jehovah Jireh. I didn't give myself. So you have to be very grateful with what you have. And I know that for me personally, some of the biggest stresses, headaches, can't sleep, can't eat feelings have been over money, have been over my finances. How am I going to cover this? How am I going to cover that? Am I going to be able... Take a breath, let go, and let God. And this is very important. I know, easier said than done, but you have to be able to do not worry about anything, but by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. What exactly is Philippians 4:6-7 telling us? Here we go. I'm not gonna worry about my finances this year. Won't do it, not gonna do it. Because I know I have a Father in heaven who looks out for me. He is going to bless me. Have you ever had a testimony? If you have a testimony, leave it in the comment. Have you ever had a testimony where you didn't know where a cent was coming from and the bill was paid? The bill was just paid. He's done it before. And my Glow Getters, he will do it again. Do not worry about anything. There is another verse in the Bible says, don't worry about what you're going to eat, just live life, trying to be the best glow getter that you can be. So I'm this year not going to worry about money. But then the verse also says, by prayer and petition. By prayer and petition, pray over your finances. Ask God for guidance on how to spend the money that you have. When you're doing your budget, if you want a video, check out the one I did before. When you're doing your budget, pray before you do your budgeting exercise. Ask God for wisdom, ask God for discernment to know how to budget. Don't leave God out of the mix. Don't leave him out of the mix, because that's the only way things are going to have a glow up. And we're going up to him eventually. So, by prayer and petition, this year I prayed over my bank accounts, I prayed over my purse, I prayed over these hands. Any money or any financial aspect that these hands touch, Lord, bless them. Multiply them if that is your will. But just leave it to God, you know. He'll come through for you. Easier said than done, but that's why we have to have faith. But then there's also that part with thanksgiving. With thanksgiving. So by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving. You see that with thanksgiving is thanking him for all the times he's come through for you and thanking him for what you have. Yes, you may have a bill payment that's due, but you have life and you have breath and you have family and you have friends and you have a roof over your head. You have food to eat. You have what? Give thanks with what you have and get ready for what God is about to do for you. That's my tip. Give thanks for what you have. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed with what's next, and we forget what we have. The simple blessing of being able to breathe in and breathe out or open your eyes every morning should not be taken for granted. So, financial glow up, my first tip, put God in the mix. You need him. You need him on your side and you need him on your team. My second tip is to use your resources wisely. Now, I am guilty. Very much guilty of this. I've probably said it in a video before. I have a tendency to buy things and not use them to their fullest potential, which is waste. And the Bible tells us that we should not waste. The Bible tells us that we should use what we have and multiply. So, for example, my camera here. Hi, the one I'm viewing you on right now. I've had it and I want to create content, but I've let my camera sit down in the case for months. Haven't posted a video. That's not me using my resources wisely. I invested in this camera. I need to use my investment for the greater good of my financial glow up. So if content creation is what I want to do, I'm gonna need to have to use my camera. And then when I say use your resources wisely, don't just buy things because you can. Think about what you have in your household that can be used for something. Multi-purpose products are my favorite kind of products. For example, oh, the selfie light is the new craze, but I have a ring light that I don't use. Why would I go out and buy a selfie light if I have a ring light that I don't use? Think about it. Look into yourselves and realize, before I purchase something or before I buy something, do I really need it? Or is it just a want? If it's a want, I'm not saying don't treat yourself, but be careful with that treat yourself mentality. Don't waste. So for me especially, a new perfume, treat yourself. I have 6 million perfumes sitting on my dresser. I can't use 6 million perfumes all at once. So think about the resources that you have and use them wisely. Do I really need it? No. Sometimes, as hard as it is, ladies and gentlemen, glow getters out there, clear the cart. You don't need those items off Amazon. This I am guilty of, so please don't think I'm preaching to the choir. But yeah, use your resources wisely. For me, in organization, if I buy your shoes and it comes with a shoe box, I'm using that shoe box. It's the same functionality as a storage container. Think about it. Just use your resources wisely, because when you use your resources wisely, then let me tell you about this. God sees that you're doing well in terms of being a good steward with the little you have. He said, this servant's doing well. Let me increase her resources. Let me enlarge her territory. You have to show God and you have to show yourself that you're able to manage. Sometimes we wonder why we're not richer. Sometimes we wonder why we don't have more money. It's because we're not wisely using the money that we have. Think about it. Think about it. Ensure that you're budgeting. Ensure that you're sticking to your budget, as hard as it is. Use those resources wisely. Prepare for the blessing. It's preparation season. A blessing is coming, but you have to use the resources that you have and prepare for it. And my last tip, save. Save as much as you can. Save however you can. Save. Just save. Save any way you can. So the saving methods that I am using, I'll just share a little bit about it. I recently went to change my coins. I just randomly take my purse. My purse is yellow. My color for the year is yellow. So if you see a lot of yellow things, the glow up. So I just take my purse at the end of the week. This is a tip that I like. At the end of the week, after I'm done spending, I just open my purse and I clear it. I clear it of all the receipts. I clear it of all, sometimes we spend and we have the little card receipts, and I'm not gonna use them, so I clear it. And in clearing those receipts, I also go into my coin pouch and I clear out my 10s, my 20s, and my $5, and even my dollars I've recently started to clear, and I put them in my little pan. Again, using my resources wisely. I bought this at the supermarket, enjoyed the snack that was in it, and then loved the container. So I repurposed it. So in here, I just started, so yeah, we are saving our coins around here. Another saving mechanism that I'm using is I have several bank accounts, as you may have as well. So I try to only have 2 main accounts that I spend from. So you can look at it as a spending account, and you can look at the other accounts as saving accounts. So for me, when my income comes in, I send money to an account that I don't use. So when I go out to the supermarket, or I go to, I really only go to the supermarket or I go to get something to eat, I only use my spending account and the money on my savings account, rainy day funds or savings, as best as possible. So I try not to remember that I have that account. I try to leave it as best as I can. Don't dip into it. Have that self-discipline, fruit of the spirit, have that self-discipline and stick to it. Another tip that I use is that I actually have a saving account with a bank, and it requires me to save X amount every month. So income comes in, I send money to that direct saving accounts and I send money to my makeshift saving accounts. Always have your money separate. Kind of helps me not to see a lump sum of money and think, oh, I have the ability to spend. When I look into my main spending account and I only see X amount of money, I hold back on purchasing that sweet drink or that ice cream or that treat. I said, I can forfeit the treat. Let's save. So that's a good tip that I use. Might not work for you, but hey, try it out. And the last saving method that I'm doing this year is the envelope saving method. Now, I've never done this and I saw it all over my TikTok and I felt like I wanted to join in. So I actually have, to each his own. I like when things look nice and fancy. So I actually have my envelopes here. So I have blue, this one's like a silverish, and this one's a red, and let me actually show it. This makes me very excited to save because they're so pretty. Can you see that? Like the shimmer. Yeah, the shimmer in it makes me excited to save. So how I do the envelope challenge is at the end of every week, I do mine on Saturday. I just put X amount of money. Now you can work it out whether you have a goal that you're saving towards for the end of the year. So for example, let's do some mathematics. So if you have a specific goal that you're saving towards, for example, say you want to save 5,200 for the entire year. We know that there are 52 weeks in a year. So every week you would need to save $100. You simply take your $100, put it in the envelope, and then for me, I took it a step further. I got these pretty stickers that say thank you, and I seal the envelope. And you put the envelope aside until the end of the year. At the end of the year, you open up all your envelopes, or if you want to do it for 5 years, 2 years, however long you want to do your envelope challenge for, go ahead and do it. At the end of that time, you get to open up your envelope and you have that to treat yourself. You have that to buy a car. You have whatever your goals are, whatever your financial goals are, that's a way you can achieve it. And I know it might seem like, how is that going to help? But we have a saying here in Jamaica. One cocoa, full basket, and every mickle make a muckle. And that is so true. Keep working towards it. Okay, maybe you didn't get it right for January. Maybe January was a little rough month because you spent everything in December. Start February, start March, start whenever you can. But a part of your financial glow up and a part of your glow up in life is that you have to set your mindset towards that glow up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really learned a lot to help you glow up financially. I want to know, leave it in the comments down below, what method are you going to take from this video and what have you learned, or what are you doing? Teach me. What are you doing on your financial glow up that can help? Other ways that you can glow up that I have yet to venture fully into: stocks, passive income. Oh, second income is a good thing. If you can get a second income, go for it. There are several ways. There's no one right way to glow up for anybody, because what your glow up journey looks like is not what my glow up journey looks like, and that's okay. Don't compare yourself to others. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, glow up and see who you can be. Until next time, glow getters. Bye.